My name is Sugulo Samuel from Great St. Cecilia, Upper West Region.
Okay.
And I go by the name Dolomona Anwanebe Makalena from Great St. Cecilia region.
Great senses. Okay. From. Okay, so St. Peter's RC.
My name is Salahuddin Huda from St. Joseph JHSB, Northern Region.
My name is Debero Bernard from St. Joseph JHSB, Northern Region.
Okay, so you're all very welcome. And all the best in the contest.
Thank you.
Are we ready? Yes. Okay, so we are going to the first half of the first round. This first half, you're going to have problems in physics, chemistry, biology, and agricultural science. You have a maximum of 15 seconds for short answer problems, 20 seconds for short explanatory answers, 35 seconds for longer explanatory answers and calculations. So the problems are going to be posed to all the schools. If you have the answer, you press the bell, hold on to it, you are called, and then you give me the answer. If you are called and you stall, we move on to your opponent to give us the answer. Are we ready? Yes. So physics calculation. So you have 35 seconds. One of the ways of determining the density of solids is by the displacement method. In determining the density of a sample of a metal weighing 35 grams, it was observed that the level of water in a measuring cylinder rose to the 20 centimeter cube mark. If the density of the metal was eventually calculated to be 5 grams per centimeter cube, what was the initial volume of water in the measuring cylinder?
St. Joseph.
Please speak into the microphone.
25 centimeter cube.
No.
St. Cecilia.
13 centimeters cube.
That's correct. Biology short answer. You have 15 seconds. Adaptations are features or behaviors that allow organisms to survive and thrive successfully in their habitats. The gills of fishes serve as a respiratory structure and also aids the fish in osmoregulation, excretion, and feeding. Which feature of the gills adapts it for respiration?
St. Joseph.
The gills.
Which feature of the gills adapts it for respiration?
The lungs.
No.
St. Cecilia.
St. Cecilia.
Operculum.
Pardon?
Operculum. Operculum.
No.
St. Peter's. Time.
It's not, your microphone is not on. Or it's on. Turn on your microphone. Turn on your microphone. Now speaking to
The gills of the fish help it to breathe in water.
So what feature of it helps it to do that? Okay, so time. So it has a rich supply of blood vessels. Because it's highly vascularized, it's able to do the respiration. Okay, so biology short answer. You have 15 seconds. The body of a fish is long, pointed, and has a smooth surface. This makes its body streamlined and for easy movement in water. This adaptation helps the fish to overcome which physical factor in its fluid environment? What physical feature does this adaptation help the fish to overcome? in its fluid environment?
Saint Joseph.
It enables the fish to move smoothly through the water.
So what does it overcome? Yes, in Cecilia.
The streamline of the fish will help it to overcome the resistance by the water molecules for it to move smoothly in the water.
Okay, I'll give it to you because I wanted viscosity, but you've explained what viscosity is, so I'll give it to you. So biology short answer, 15 seconds. Bony fishes are capable of moving at different depths of the water body by moving up and down within the water. It achieves this with the help of a swim bladder. The tendency of the bony fishes to float at different depths in water is called
Saint Joseph.
Saint Joseph.
The lateral line.
No.
Time.
Okay, so buoyancy. Buoyancy. Chemistry calculation. So you have 35 seconds. The rate of a chemical reaction is a ratio of change in concentration in centimeter cube to the time in seconds. If the rate formation of a salt in a neutralization reaction is measured to be 20 centimeter cube per second, how long will it take 100 centimeter cube of the salt to be formed?
Saint Cecilia.
50 seconds.
No.
Saint Joseph.
5 seconds.
That's correct. So that brings us to the end of the first half of the first round. So now we move to the second half. So you're going to undertake a short science experiment for a maximum of 10 points, and you'd have 5 minutes to complete it. We are looking at densities. Pure water is estimated to have a boiling point of 100 degrees Celsius, a freezing point of 0 degrees Celsius, a pH of approximately 7, and a density of approximately 1 gram per centimeter cube at a temperature of 25 degrees Celsius. The purity of a water sample can be estimated by comparing measurements carried out on it with the above metrics. So a sample of water is brought to you in the lab. As a Brain Battle Quiz junior scientist, you are required to apply your knowledge of the determination of density of a liquid substance to determine the density of a sample of water by carrying out the right measurements of the appropriate physical quantities on the water sample. After that, you determine the pH of the sample and record your results. Please record all measurements made and show all calculations made, in addition to stating your final conclusions. You are going to be provided with a measuring cylinder, an electronic balance, and a universal pH paper. At the end of it, you compare your experimental results to the metrics provided above, and then you let us know what you can say about the purity of the sample of water and why. Are we clear? Can we start? Are we ready? So we can move to the table. Please take the sheets along. minutes. Okay, so you are, please don't start yet. Unfortunately, we have just one of the electronic balance, so you do it one at a time. So you do the measuring. So that you'll not be standing waiting. So okay, so whose measuring cylinder is already on the electronic balance? So that's St. Joseph. Okay. So St. Joseph will start. So please let St. Joseph, are you ready? Okay, so we'll time St. Joseph. The 5 minutes starts now. You have 1 minute for the measuring. After that, you would move for the next school to come and do the measuring. So the other schools, you can come and have a seat. You keep your gloves on, just come and sit.
One minute gone.
Did you say 1 minute gone? Okay, so St. Peter's, you can move to use the scale.
Yes. So your time starts now. St. Peter's, your time starts now. 1 minute 30 seconds more for Saint Joseph. 1 minute 30 seconds more for Saint Joseph.
Can we pause the time for St. Peter's? Is the scale working now? Okay, you can restart.
Forty seconds more for Saint Joseph. Twenty seconds more for Saint Joseph. Ten seconds more for Saint Joseph. 3 seconds. Time up for Saint Joseph.
St. Joseph, time up. St. Joseph.
Saint Peter's, you have 2 minutes 50 seconds.
St. Peter's, are you done weighing? Okay. So kindly shift so that St. Cecilia can do the weighing.
Saint Cecilia, please, have they started?
Not yet. Not yet.
yet.
Are you ready? Okay, your time starts now.
1 minute 30 more for Saint Peter's. 1 minute 30 more for Saint Peter's. A minute more for St. Peter's. A minute more. Seconds more for St. Peter's. 30 seconds more. Be getting ready, St. Peter's. You have 3 seconds. Time up, St. Peter's. Time up.
St. Peter's, time up.
St. Peter's,
time up.
time
Time up.
up.
Time up.
St. Cecilia. You have 3 minutes more. 2 minutes more. Saint Cecilia, 2 minutes more. Sixty seconds more. 60 seconds more. Seconds more. Five seconds. Time up. Saint Cecilia, time up.
So for this hot lab, you were to get the mass of the empty cylinder. Then you get the mass of the water plus the cylinder. Then you do the subtraction to get the mass of the water. Then now you calculate the volume. You know that what you got it in milliliters. So now you have to tell us that 1 milliliter is equal to 1 centimeter cube, and that is what gives us the volume. Okay, then now you find the density, which is the mass over the volume. We had done it initially, so we are comparing to that standard. Okay, then now you tell us whether or not the water is pure based on what you get as the density. Then now you have the universal paper, pH paper, so then you test to see the pH of the water, and then you let us know. I think some didn't finish, and then some of you also didn't really let us know that the mils is equal to the centimeter cube. Then now getting your density, the values were not correct. So you had a different conclusion. So at the end of it, St. Peter's had 3 points. Oh, please put your hands together. St. Cecilia had 3 points. And St. Joseph had 4.5 points. So you Okay, so at the end of the round, St. Peter's had 3 points. So please put your hands together. St. Joseph had 7.5 points, and St. Cecilia had 9 points. Okay, so the coaches, you have 2 minutes, and for the substitutions, we have Maclina going out, and we have Dinah coming in. Azira. Isaiah.
One minute, 20 seconds more.
The substitute, kindly introduce yourself.
My name is Dana Azai, and I'm from St. Cecilia Catholic Primary School.
Your name is what?
Dana
Ja-
Azai.
Dana.
Yes.
All right. So you're welcome. And all the best. Are we ready for the second round? Okay. All right. So we start with the toss-up questions. So the rules apply. You press the bell, hold on to the bell, you are called before you give us the answer. Long answer 35 seconds, short answer 15 seconds. Okay, so 1. Percentages are essentially fractions whose denominator is 100. A percentage is the division of a number into 100 equal parts. So it's a long answer problem. So you have 35 seconds. In a school, the final mark recorded as the total percentage on the report sheet at the end of the term is gotten from 30% of the total class tests and 70% of the end of term examinations. Molly had an average of 60 as her total class tests and 80% in her end of term exams for mathematics. What was Molly's total percentage score for mathematics for that term?
St. Peter's.
95%.
No.
Time up.
Okay, so it's 74%. Next question. Inequality is the relationship between quantities that are not equal in value. A mathematical inequality statement is given to show range of values and not one value. For instance, when the statement x greater than 2 is written, it means x is any value greater than 2. So short answers, you have 15 seconds. Raphael wants to send a box of books to Hannah through a courier service. The box of books cannot exceed a mass of 25 kilograms. If each book has a mass of 500 grams, what is the maximum number of boxes he can send?
Time up.
So 50 boxes. Next question. Simple interest is a technique used to calculate the proportion of interest paid on a sum over a set period at a set rate. The principal amount remains constant over the set time. Long answer, so you have 35 seconds. Simon accumulated 1,300 Ghana cedis after investing 1,000 Ghana cedis at a bank within a period of 2 years. At what rate was his interest calculated on his investment?
St. Joseph.
65%.
No.
Time up. Time up.
Let them answer.
15%.
Okay, that's correct. Okay, so short answer, probability. At a wedding reception, the waiter serving James's table with drinks has in her ice chest 12 bottles of malt, 20 bottles of Fanta, and 14 bottles of Coke. If the waiter is serving the drinks by picking the drinks one at a time at random, what is the probability that James will be served with Coke?
St. Peter's.
14 on 3.
Pardon?
14 on 3.
No. Please, who rang? Who rang?
St. Joseph.
7.
7/23.
No.
Time up.
Time up. Time up. I'm moving on. So it's 14/48 or 7/24. So now fractions. Long answer, so you have 35 seconds. There are 111 Form 3 students at St. Jude's JHS. 54 of them are girls. On a particular day, a sixth of the girls and a third of the boys were absent. How many students altogether were present that day?
Time up.
Okay, so 83. Now to the last question. We are looking at mathematical operations. So in a class, 16 boys each have 11 exercise books, and 13 girls each have 9 exercise books. How many more books do the boys have in total than the girls?
Pardon?
In a class, the 16 boys each have 11 exercise books. And the 13 girls each have 9 exercise books. How many more books do the boys have in total than the girls?
St. Peter's.
176.
No.
St. Joseph.
59.
No.
117.
Time up. Time up.
Okay. So 74. Please, can we check this question? I think the 59 should be correct.
59.
Okay, so if it's correct, we'll rectify it. So we'll move on to the rapid fire. So coaches, please hold on. If we rectify it, we'll add it. So I'm moving on to the next round, the next part. Then after that, we total the marks. Okay, so we are starting with the rapid fire. So you are all going to be given sheets with a set of 8 questions. You have 60 seconds within which you would answer those questions. When I'm reading the question, you can interrupt me and give me the answer to the question. When I finish reading the question, you cannot ask me to, and I start reading another question, you can't ask me to go back for you to give me the answer to a question I've already read until I have exhausted all the 8 questions and you still have time. Is that okay? All right. So we'll start with St. Cecilia. You can turn your sheet. Your time starts now. Solve the square root of 4 raised to the power 3 plus 6 to the power 2. No. Simplify 1.6 times 0.5 all divided by 0.2.
Next.
Write 50375 to 2 significant figures.
50.
Pardon?
50.
No. Find the image of into bracket minus 5, 3 when translated with vector 6 minus 5.
1 minus 2.
That's correct. Convert 147 minutes into hours and minutes.
Next.
Change 2 over 5 into percentage.
Time up.
40%.
Okay, that's correct. So 2 out of 8. Okay. So you can turn your sheet. Your time starts now. Find the image of minus 2, 5 when reflected in the line.
Pass.
What are the prime factors of 42?
Pass.
Simplify 1.4 times 0.8.
Pass.
Convert 259 minutes into hours and minutes.
Pass.
Solve the square root of 12 raised to the power 2 plus 5 raised to the power 2.
Pass.
What is the sum of composite numbers between 50 and 55?
Pass.
Change 7 over 5 into percentage. No.
Pass.
Write 90.0399 to 3 significant figures.
Pass.
Time. Time
Okay.
up.
So that's 0 out of 8. Okay, so you can turn your sheet. Your time starts now. Write 0.01999 to 3 significant figures.
Skip.
Solve the square root of 10 to the power 2 plus 5 to the power 3.
Skip.
Change 13 over 5 into percentage.
360.
Please speak into the microphone.
360%.
That's correct. What is the sum of prime numbers between 60 and 70?
Skip.
Convert 391 minutes into hours and minutes.
Skip.
Simplify 0.1 times 0.5 divided by 0.25.
Skip.
What are the prime factors of 54?
2 and 3.
That's correct. Find the image of minus 3, minus 11 when rotated through 270 degrees clockwise about
11, 3.
No.
Question 1, 0.012.
Time.
No. So 2 out of 8. Okay, so that brings us to the end of the second round.
I answered it. This one.
Okay, so to the question about the books, Cecilia, did you answer that question?
St. Joseph.
St. Joseph, you answered. What was your answer? 59. Okay, no. St. Peter's, did you answer? Somebody answered. It's fine.
Answer the question.
Please check if you answered that question. No, St. Joseph, your answer is not correct. It's not correct.
You should do it it's correct. I answered
St. Peter's, what was your answer?
59.
No, St. Peter's, did you say 59? You didn't say 59. St. Peter's, Peter's.
The book, about the books.
Yes,
Yes, you said 59.
you said 59. Okay. So the correct answer is 273 books. Someone mentioned. All right, so it's fine. So we maintain the scores. In a class, the 16 boys each have 11 exercise books. And the 13 girls each have 9 exercise books. How many more books do the boys have in total than the girls? So it will be sorted out later. Okay, so. I'm moving on to the third round.
So which one is the next one? So Gifty should come. You don't know black science. Let's pray we win this thing. Let's pray we win.
Substitution.
Okay, so sorry, the coaches, you have 2 minutes, and then if there's any substitution, sorry.
Have something to do. I think. Spiritual. Need to get this thing up. So she said she gave her answer like so this price will be 13. This is the answer the woman gave. But it's supposed to be different. So as for that matter,
Okay. So for St. Joseph's, we have Bernard moving out and then Gifty coming in. I realized I was putting it, but I don't know. Then for St. Peter's, Musa out and Beverly in. Then for St. Cecilia, Isaiah out, Maclina in.
Say our answer. The answer is correct. If any answer you have, just give me any idea. Let's see.
Okay, so please introduce yourselves from St. Joseph's.
My name is Munabori Gifty from St. Joseph JSSB, Northern Region.
Okay.
My name is Beverly Noseumswa.
Next.
Dolomona Anwa nebe Makelena.
Okay, so you are all welcome. Maclina, welcome back. So we are moving on to the third round. Okay, so at the end of that round, we had St. Cecilia having 5 points, St. Peter's with 0 points, and St. Joseph with 5 points. So that question has been clarified. It was correct. So we move to the third round. So you have 4 categories: true or false, tech bites, riddles, and black sciences. So you're all given the opportunity to answer the questions. You ring your bell, you hold on, and you are given the opportunity to answer. With the true or false questions, you get a minus score if you have it wrong. For the riddles, if you answer on the first clue, you get 3 points. On the second clue, you get 2 points. On the third and any other clue, you get 1 point. Okay, so St. Peter's,
Black scientist.
your category,
Black scientist.
black scientist. I am an applied mathematician and numerical analyst from Barbados.
Dr. Lucy Campbell Jane.
Say again.
Dr. Lucy Campbell Jane.
Okay, that's correct. Your category,
Black scientist.
black scientist. In March 2017, President Nana Akufo-Addo appointed her to chair the 14-member board of the Millennium Development Authority.
St. Peter's.
Clara.
St. Peter's.
Clara Catherine Johnson.
Please speak up.
Clara Catherine Johnson.
No.
You know that one.
The Millennium Development Authority. She was sworn in together with other members of the board on 13th March 2017 at the Flagstaff.
St. Joseph.
Prince Lake Mante.
Pardon?
Prince Lake Mante.
No. The president charged her with directing the activities of the board to ensure that the very purpose of the second compact agreement between the government of Ghana and the Millennium Challenge Corporation of the US are achieved and on time. Who am I?
Sylvia Anne.
Yes, in Cecilia.
Dr. Sylvia Annie.
No. So it's Ya and Tiamwa Beidu. Okay, so St. Peter's, your category.
Black scientist.
Black scientist. So the last one. I was the first Ghanaian woman to obtain a degree in zoology.
No.
Saint Cecilia.
St. Cecilia.
Dr. Leticia Obeng.
That's correct. So now your category.
Riddles.
Riddles. So first clue. I am a very delicate organ of your body. Second clue. I convert light energy into electrical signals for the brain.
The retina. The eye.
Third clue. I contain fluids that supply oxygen and nutrients to my tissues.
Plasma.
Fourth clue. I make all things visible to you.
Saint Joseph.
St. Joseph.
The eyes.
That's correct. So 1 point. So St. Joseph, your category.
True or false?
True or false? Loamy soil is the only necessary condition for the germination of tomato seed. True or false?
Saint Peter's.
True.
St. Peter's. No. It's false. So your category.
Riddles.
Riddles. So they got -1. Yeah. Okay. So riddles. First clue. I am a major metabolic organ of your body. Second clue. I reside at the right upper quadrant of your abdomen. Third clue. I generate most of the heat in your body and I'm responsible for converting and storing nutrients such as carbohydrates.
Mitochondria.
Last clue. I am the largest internal organ. Who am I?
Saint Joseph.
St. Joseph.
St. Joseph. The stomach.
No. Please, who press next? It's okay, it's okay, it's okay.
What's the second?
Please, who press next? Who press next? St. Peter's. It's not, it's working. It's working. So you have to press it hard. Okay, so St. Peter's. St. Peter's.
Deliver.
That's correct. So 1 point. So your category.
Riddle.
So the last riddle. First clue. I am a major cellular component in most animals. Second clue. I play a key transport role in your body. Third clue. I am made in your bone marrows and can remain in circulation for a relatively longer time. Who am I?
Saint Joseph.
St. Joseph.
Cells.
No.
Saint Cecilia.
St. Cecilia.
Red blood cells.
That's correct. Red blood cells. So 1 point. Your category. So now you have tech bites and then true or false. So which one?
True or false?
True or false. Okay. The instrument used to measure the speed of the wind is the speedometer. True or false?
Saint Joseph.
St.
True.
Joseph. No, it's false.
Yes.
Your category.
The speed of wind.
Yes, yours. Saint Cecilia,
True or
yours.
false?
True or false? So the last true or false. A circle of radius 7 centimeters has an area of 38.5 centimeters squared. Take pi to be 22/7. True or false?
To say false.
Saint Cecilia.
Saint Cecilia.
False.
That's correct. So now to tech bites.
Is that all?
How do you comment multiple lines of code in Python?
Multiple words.
How do you comment multiple lines of code in Python?
Saint Cecilia.
Saint Cecilia.
By using inverted commas.
Comment.
Okay, no.
Saint Joseph.
Saint Joseph.
By using the hash symbol.
No.
Time up.
Okay, so you need to use triple quotes. So even though it's inverted commas, it should be triple. Okay. So the next tech bite. What does the range function do in Python?
Range.
The range function.
Right.
Saint Peter's.
The difference between the highest value and the lowest value.
Time.
No.
Time.
So it generates a sequence of numbers that can be used in the for loops. Okay, so to the last tech bite. What is the concept of bias in artificial intelligence, and why is it a concern?
Time up.
So bias refers to systematic and unfair discrimination in AI systems. So it often results from biased training data. So what it can do is that it can lead to unfair or harmful outcomes. Okay, so that brings us to the end of the contest. Okay, so at the end of round 3, St. Joseph had 0 points, St. 3 points, and St. Cecilia had 7 points. So at the end of the contest, St. Peter's had 6 points, St. Joseph had 12.5 points, and St. Cecilia had 21 points. So with this, St. Cecilia progresses to the next round. St. Peter's and St. Joseph, thank you for coming. But better luck next year. Okay, so you can.